Hello all. In this video, I am going to show you how to use the reward point feature present in Ultimate POS. So let us start with enabling the reward point feature. So we have to go to settings, business settings, and here we have the reward point settings. So to enable this feature, we have to check this enable reward point checkbox. Here you will see two different sections. One is earning point settings and another one is redeem point settings. So this earning point settings, it contains the settings related to earning of the reward points by the customer. And similarly, this redeem point settings, it contains the settings related to redeeming of reward points by the customer. So the first thing is amount spent for unit points. So what this means is like for how many dollars will a customer earn one reward point. Like if suppose you will set this as 5. So for every $5 in the invoice amount, the customer will get one reward point. We can set it as 10, we can set it as any amount which we want. So let us set it as 5. So customer will get one reward point for every $5 he has purchased. Another one is minimum order total to earn the reward points. So what should be the minimum order in a particular invoice so the reward points will get calculated. So here we have set as 50. So minimum the invoice amount should be 50 to calculate the reward points. Similarly, we have the maximum points per order. Like what should be the maximum points which the customer can earn in per order. We can like set it if you want such restrictions we can set it to some value or we can leave it blank if you don't want some if you don't want such restrictions. Then coming to the redeem point settings. So redeem point settings means after the customer has earned the reward points, like he would like to get the reward points redeemed from us. So here we has the settings related to that. So redeem amount per unit point. So as the name itself says, like what is the amount per unit point. So like if the customer has 1 point, what should be the amount for that 1 point? So here we have set at 0.10 means for every 1 point, the customer can get a discount of 0.10. Like we can set it as 1. So what it will do is like for every 1 point, the customer will get a discount of $1. Or we can set it as 0.50, meaning for every one reward point the customer will get 0.50 of discount from us. Let us set it as 0.10 for now. Minimum order total to redeem but the points. So what should be the minimum invoice amount so that the reward point can be used? So here we have set it as 50. So the minimum order total should be 50 to get the to redeem the reward points. Similarly, we have minimum redeem points. What should be the minimum points which the customer can redeem in a particular invoice? Then we have maximum redeem point per order. Like for in one order, how many points maximum can a customer redeem? Like if we don't want such restrictions, we can leave it as a blank. Then we have like reward point expiry. Suppose if you want that the reward points should get expired after 1 year or like after 6 months, you can set it from here. Like you can set it as 6 over a year and you can make it as months from here, or like you can set it as one or and select as year. So let us update the settings. Okay, so we have updated all the settings for this reward points. So let us go to the POS screen. I will open the POS screen in new tab. I will add a new customer here. Suppose if you want to add a new customer known as Alex, I am adding the all the details of this customer. So the customer has been added. Let us add a product. So So here you can see like the total payable amount is 393.75. Let us like finalize this. So here you can see in the invoice, it is showing the reward point 78. Meaning for this particular invoice, the customer has earned 78 reward points. So it follows all the rules which we have set for over here, like earn point settings. So let us search again for that customer Alex. So if we search again, like you can see, it is showing the like balance reward point for this customer, which is 78. Let us select this customer and add some another product. Okay, if you will add another product, like if the customer wants to use this 78 reward points, what we have to do is we have to click on this discount over here. In this discount there is a reward point section. It will show you the available reward points, which is 78 for this customer. Like if the customer wants to use 78 points, you can enter 78 over here. So based on these points which we have entered, it will show you the redeemed amount, which is 7.80. So this will strictly follow this redeem amount per unit point. So if we click on this update, see this total payable amount has been reduced by the 7 point something 7.80. So we can click on this cash to finalize this invoice. So again you can see like in this invoice it is showing us reward point 7.80, meaning this is the discount which the customer got from this particular, which the customer got for his reward points. So let us go to the contacts and go to the customers, list of customers. Here if we go to the view customer, let us go to the reward point tab. So here you can see the details of the reward points which is earned by the customer. So for the invoice number 13, the customer earned 78 points. He redeemed 0 point in this particular invoice number. And in the invoice number 14, the customer earned 79 points and he redeemed 78 points. So the total reward points remaining for the customer is 78 over here. Again, another thing is like if suppose we want to disable displaying of reward points in the invoice, what we can do is we can go to the invoice setting, we can click on the invoice layout. Here like there is a reward point settings, like in the field for customer details there is a checkbox reward points, so reward points, like you can check or uncheck it. Like if you want to display this reward points details, you can like check this checkbox and update it. Like if you don't want to display, you can uncheck this checkbox and save it. By default like it's unchecked, so you have to check it and you have to save it to display the reward points in the invoice. So that's all for the reward point feature. Thank you.